Good evening. Jim Murphy with Cook. Thank you for having us here this evening. I hope that the fire station in Ellisville is a little larger than this room.
We're going to rethink that for another day.
Okay, because I anticipate you'll probably have a large crowd there as well. Again, thank you for the opportunity to be here and for what you've done in the past. I believe it was the first gentleman that stood up here said, and he spoke for all of us, he said, we all want to live in this county in the first place. I want to live here. I love this county. We live here. The county is in great shape, and it's under the 1996 Comprehensive Land Use Plan. So why are we going 180 degrees from what everyone loves so much, from what is working so well? It's what has provided good jobs for us. It's what has allowed us to be one of the lowest unemployment communities in the state year after year after year. That, to me, makes absolutely no sense when you consider the success that we have had in not only providing jobs, but also preserving these sensitive areas. I think that the county residents have been wonderful stewards of the land. They have done a wonderful job. They've made wonderful decisions. I want to touch on a few things about the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, take a little different angle, and try to not duplicate some things that have been said. Over the last 14 months or so, we have submitted some 80-plus amendments to the Comprehensive Plan. A few of those have been accepted in whole, some in part, most were not accepted at all. However, it was considered, and I think that through that and through the other amendments, the plan is better today than what it was a year ago. But however, we still have a long way to go, as you've heard this evening. A couple comments about the plan. First and foremost, I think it's written with a very negative tone. It's full of prohibit you from doing this, you shall not disturb, and you will not change throughout the entire document. As was mentioned earlier, the plan has specific language in it, too specific to be in a comprehensive land use plan. As Mr. Shelton suggested or referenced the 15% slope, that absolutely should not be in a comprehensive land use plan. That should be in a zoning ordinance, which is a document that will be written based on this plan. And I agree with his comments about the 15% slope. It's done a lot of other places in Indiana, and it seems like we're smart enough here, we have the technology, the engineering skills that we should be able to build on slopes 15% or greater, as we do today. This is a rural plan. It really locks down the county. It drives new development, housing, and industry to the Bloomington urbanizing area. There's 22,000 acres, plus or minus any urbanizing area. I wonder if the Plan Commission members knew how many acres was in there. I wonder if the Plan Commission members who wrote this plan knows that when you overlay the maps that are in the plan of the vulnerable areas, and you lay one over another, where it states that you shall not disturb, you are prohibited from changing, it will not change use, that 22,000 plus acres goes down to about 3,000 acres. And you have to have sanitary sewer that allows for economic growth, job opportunities. And is that going to be allowed to go forward in the future under this plan, as it is written? We really need to take a very serious look at that, because I mentioned the areas that overlay and prohibit. The number, it's a big number, by the way. It's over 60% of the county, approximately. Now, these numbers are approximate, but it's close. Approximately 164,000 acres in the county cannot be changed, according to the maps in this document. That's a lot of land that you're saying you will not change, you're locking it down, nothing will change. 164,000 acres. That's a lot of farmland, that's a lot of rural areas. If it's not going to happen there, it's going to be forced to the urbanized area. As I mentioned, there's not a plan. Mr. Wilson mentioned in the opening remarks that the planning department or the planning commissioners is going to develop a plan over the next 4 years. That's not acceptable. This is a Monroe County comprehensive plan. It should not come in stages. We should get it all at once. We don't want to sit back and wait and see what happens 2, 3, or 4 years from now. We want to know what is supposed to happen when this plan is adopted. You have an incredible opportunity before you to get this right. We're not in any hurry because it's worth it. I hope you take the time to listen to what everyone has said. I hope you take the time to digest what they've said, and there's a lot. And I know that I personally will submit to you in writing recommendations to amend this plan because I think that will assist you as you filter through all these thoughts and ideas. And Mr. Shelton also mentioned the fact that at the 12th hour, there was a proposed amendment by Mr. Stoops to change the 15% slope to 12% slope across the county. That concerns me. It didn't happen, but what will happen if we're not here paying attention to what's going on, so we need to be here at all times. Again, you have an incredible opportunity here. I hope you take the time to get it right.